Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a GFX on Blender 2.79 using a rig, computer only for beginners. That's kind of a mouthful. Here are the things you're going to need: Blender 2.79, a Roblox woman rig, but it can really be any rig. I'll have them all linked in the description, and Roblox Studio. So first, let's just download the first two things. So Blender 2.79 and the Roblox woman rig. And like I said before, everything is going to be linked in the description. First, let's download Blender. So what you're going to need to do is click the zip or .zip file with your computer model type. So I have a Mac OS 10.6. So we're just going to click that and we're going to download. So it's downloading right now. So that's going to be it. Like for now, we can just set that aside. Next, let's download the rig. So I'm going to download the Roblox woman rig, but there's like a blocky rig, a man rig. You don't only have to use a woman rig, but for this tutorial, we're going to be using the woman rig. So just click download and also make sure that you have your system name on it. They're both downloaded. So now we can just set those aside. We don't need to use them. Next, we just have to open up Roblox Studio. When you're in Roblox Studio, you have to make sure that it has your username at the top. If you haven't already been in Roblox Studio before, you're just going to need to log in. So when you download Roblox Studio automatically is downloaded with it. So you shouldn't have to download anything, but I still will have the link in the description. What we want to do is click base plate. First, you're going to need load character plugin, and if you don't already have that, I'm going to have that linked in the description. So go to the link that says load character and just press install. This is the free version, or you can actually just open up Roblox Studio and then make sure you have the toolbox open. So just press view and then toolbox. So what we want to do is just go to the plugin and search up load character. What you want to do is just click the free version. You don't need to get the version that costs Robux, so just press install if you haven't already. So next, what we want to do is actually just load in our character. So for this GFX, I'm just going to be using my character, a flaming cat. Oh yeah, when you're loading it up, make sure you press spawn at origin and spawn R6. First, you want to download your character, so make sure you have Explorer open as well. So press view and then Explorer if it's not already open. So what you want to do is right click or tap with two fingers. If you're on a laptop, your character should be highlighted, and just press export selection. I'm just going to name this a flaming cat tutorial and just save it to a place. So I'm just going to save this to downloads and save. So we don't need our character anymore, so we can just go ahead and delete that. Now what we want to do is import a background or a room. You can look up a creator's room, but I'm just going to look up aesthetic bedroom. Well, I'm just going to look for a bedroom that I like.
A few moments later.
I'm actually just gonna look up a creator because sometimes the options that do show up just aren't very cute. So I'm just gonna continue to try and find one. I literally have no idea what I want. So I think I'm satisfied with this room. We'll just be sitting on the bench, which will be super cute. And another thing is that if you want props, you can look up one. So my character, I'll be holding a dog. Actually, I want to be holding a cat since I guess I'm a flaming cat. So I think I'm gonna import this cat because I've used it before and it's pretty funny looking to me. So let's just make it smaller, and if you do want to make it smaller, just press scale under model, and you can also move it, but that's not really necessary right now. So after you're happy with the model, again, just click it and then do what we did before, export selection, and then let's just do tutorial room and save it to downloads. Just also save whatever prop you want to downloads as well. I'm just gonna do that really quickly. So I've saved both of them, and I think that's all we're gonna do. Now we can just close Roblox Studio. We're not going to need it anymore, and you don't have to save any changes to base plate. Now what we want to do is open up Blender 2.79. Open up the zip file, just double tap, and if you're on laptop, it should automatically expand, but if you're on Windows, then just press expand, which should be like pink, I think, and then a folder should pop up. Open the folder and then click Blender. Also, none of the applications that I'm using, like Roblox Studio, downloading the rigs, or just downloading Blender, they've never given me a virus, and I'm pretty sure they haven't given other creators viruses either, so they're pretty trustworthy. And we can open it. Like I said, no viruses. Okay, so when you open up Blender, this screen should pop up, and to move, just press Shift F and then WASD and press Shift while you're clicking WASD to move faster. To get rid of this box, just press X and delete it. So now we want to open up our woman rig. So we just have to go to downloads and then open up the rig. So I have it in this folder, and we're just gonna press rig and default blend. So this should pop up after you open the rig. What we want to do is delete the head. I've deleted the head, so now we want to add texture to the body. So you can click any limb. Normally I just click the side limb because it's just easier for me. Go into the corner and this little plus button should appear. So drag down, click this little box, open it, click node editor. So what you want to do is just zoom in, and we want to open up image texture for the body. So this should be what you're looking at when you zoom in. So press this little file button and go to downloads, and wherever your avatar is saved, then just click the text. Now we don't need to edit the texture anymore, so just click the plus button and then drag up. Now we want to import the actual character. Go to File, Import, hover over it, click wavefront.obj. So again, go to where your avatar is saved. So mine is under downloads, and click where it's saved. So this should be what you're looking at right now. So I like to just first turn it around so that I can just see what I'm doing. In order to turn things, make sure you have this open. Go down here and just click the rotating one. So I'm just gonna move it around so you can actually see my avatar. And then I want to move it forward so I can delete the body parts, because we already have the body parts of the character using the woman rig, so we're not gonna need these. So you can just delete all of them. So now what we want to do is add the head to the body. So just click all of the things, click it using right click if you're on Windows or you have a mouse, or just click with 2 fingers if you're on a laptop. And if you want to click multiple things at once, then just press shift and click it. I'm just gonna click everything on the face. And now what I want to do is join it. And what this will do is whenever you click any item on the face, then it will just automatically click every single item, so that you just don't have to continue clicking everything on the face. It just makes things like faster. It's like a shortcut. So then click set origin, and then go to origin to geometry. And that just again makes it easier for me, at least, to move it around so that you don't have to go all the way to the bottom. So now that we have our character, I want to import the scene or the room. So just go into File, Import, wavefront.obj, and then go to where it's saved and double click, and make sure you're always clicking the .obj, because if you click .mtl file, then basically your room just doesn't import. So it's just imported, and now since it's like really far away, I just want to move the room over to where this is. So to do that, I'm just gonna move over to where this is, and because these are a lot of objects, I don't want to have to individually click everything. So what I'm gonna do is press B on my keyboard and then drag it out so that you can click everything here. I think I'm just gonna origin to geometry so that again it's easier for me, and then just join it. So now I'm just gonna move it over to where my avatar is. Now that we have our room in position, we want to actually start to move our character. So in order to do that, just click one of these parts and use this, like this little thing at the bottom, to move it. So if I do this, then the body part starts to move. So I'm just gonna position my character, doing that for each limb. And what I like about using a rig is that I think it really just makes your character's lines just look much smoother, and in my opinion, it's just much easier. So that's why I use a rig, but you definitely don't have to. Like, I can totally make a tutorial on how to make a GFX not using a rig, so just let me know in the comments if you guys want that. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this pose, so I'm just gonna click everything, again pressing shift, clicking things. So now I'm just gonna move it to position. What in the name?
A few moments later.
So what I'm trying to do here, have everything selected in orange so that you can move all of the body parts at once. So I'm just gonna position the character onto the bench. And also credits to 𝐼𝐼AbbyXO on Instagram for this room model. It's one of my favorites. So now I want to import the prop. So what I'm gonna do is go to File, Import, and wavefront.obj. So I'm just gonna again go to where it's downloaded and then click the prop. So I guess we just gotta look for it. Oh, There it is. See, it's all the way over there. It's so unnecessary. I'm just gonna try to click that and then again press B. Press origin to geometry, join, just so that it's easier. So I'm just gonna get it into position where I want it to be. That's pretty good. Now I'm just gonna position it a little bit more. So I think I want it to be like on my side. Okay, that's kind of funny. Let's do like that. Now I'm just gonna move my arm to position it where I want to again. So I think I like how this is positioned so far. I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks. So now we just have to go into some technical things. So what we want to do is click Ambient Occlusion, and what this does is just it makes it brighter when you go into render, which is what it's gonna look like when it's done. But as we can see in the background, it's like not very bright and it's just like this dark color, and I don't really like that. I think it's kind of plain in my opinion, so I want to change it. So in order to do that, we want to click use nodes, and then this should pop up. Now click this little button in the corner and this thing should pop up. So click environment texture, and then we're gonna have this. So basically this allows us to add an HDRI, and that's just like a background and it gives us very good lighting. So what we're gonna need to do is go into Google Chrome, and I like to use this website called HDRI Haven, but sometimes there's maintenance. Hey guys, so at the time when I was recording this YouTube video, HDRI Haven was actually like under maintenance, but this is the website that I normally go to, and they have a bunch of really good HDRIs and they're all free. So I wanted to use an HDRI from here, but I guess it didn't work at the time. But how to download an HDRI from this website, you just click on the one that you want and download it at 4K, and again like I haven't gotten a virus yet, so this is the website where I normally get my HDRIs from. But I believe in my YouTube video I got an HDRI from this website called HDRI Hub, which I know that also other GFX creators use. Okay, we're just gonna use this website called HDRI-Hub, and like most of the time HDRI even works, so hopefully by the time this video is uploaded and you can choose one. Basically you just want to download an HDRI. What we want to do is go back into Blender, make sure you have the world icon open, and go under environment texture and press open. So now we would just wanted that file, so I'm just gonna look up HDR. Oh yeah, here we go, and just open the file, and we're just gonna use this HDR. So when we press render, it should show up. So see now how the background is a little bit more realistic. So that's what we want to see in an HDRI. I think we're done with the GFX. So what we want to do is add a camera. So let's just go into add camera and make sure you're on object mode, because otherwise it's not going to work. So add camera. So go into this little camera icon right here. So you can change the resolution, which is basically how big the camera is. So I think I'm just going to use these presets. If it's going to be an Instagram post, I would recommend using 1080 by 1080 because it just makes it square. So let's actually view difference. So I'm just going to position the camera again using Shift F and WASD. I want it to be here. So this is good for our Instagram post, but I think I'm gonna use this for my thumbnail. So I'm just gonna make it this. So I'm just gonna position it right here. I'm pretty confident with how this looks. So now we're just gonna go into some more little technical details and make sure you're under the camera icon. So what we want to change where this is going. So I want this to be a PNG, or it can be a JPEG, doesn't really matter, but make sure you click RGBA 16, and I'm gonna save it to a file. So I'm gonna save it to my download. Just press accept. Oh yeah, one last thing, make sure it's press denoising because it just makes your GFX look so much better. I think that's it. So I'm just gonna hit render and I'll be right back when it's done rendering. Okay guys, so my GFX just finished rendering. It did take a long time, like almost an hour, which is kind of surprising, but you do have to be really patient just because version of Blender is very old and not going to be as fast as like the newer one. But I really do hope that this has been helpful. Please comment down below if this helped you. Also, if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram or comment. Thanks for watching until the end of this video. Please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. See you next time.
Down, yeah. I've been feeling so